As a so-called black man in America, it incenses me. It is a insult to me for somebody to tell me that we're going to have Black History Month. Who can teach black history? The history of all mankind goes back to the beginning. You can't limit our history to just a few pages in a book. It gets ridiculous. Then they got this Juneteenth nonsense. Well, black people are supposed to be celebrating when they were told that they came out of slavery years after it had ended. In some place, Galveston, Texas, somewhere up in Texas, where it's supposed to have happened. And you have these black people, oh yeah, happy Juneteenth. I'm not a slave. My mama and daddy was a slave. My grandparents weren't no slaves. Every race under the sun has had slavery in their past. Slavery has existed in all nations among all people. So why aren't the other people on this earth that you call of a different race, why aren't they celebrating when their ancestors came out of slavery? So you want to tell black people we're supposed to do it, but nobody else has a day for when their ancestors came out of slavery. Do you see the ridiculousness and the stupidness of it? It's time to move on from the nonsense. Furthermore, every black person in America, their ancestors were not slaves. And we didn't all come from Africa. You've got to understand that's the narrative that they give to black people to keep them in an inferior mindset and keep them thinking foolishly and to keep white people or European, our brothers and sisters, seeing us in a dark way. Oh, look at those black people over there. Yeah, they were all slaves. They all came from slavery. That's a lie. Poor slaves of the past. But if you look back into the past, everybody has slavery in their past. I don't care what your race is. Your people, at some point in time in the past, were slaves. It's happened to all nations, all kingdoms, all people of all races. So if nobody else is going to celebrate a day when their ancestors came out of slavery, why black people running around talking about you want to do it? It just gets stupid. I ain't got time for none of the nonsense.